I like to blow dry my hair on medium heat because I try to stay away from as much heat as possible. As for your hair, I think it's about time I show y'all what it does for my hair. I love the lather. It's very soothing. It smells.
With over 200 million records sold worldwide and a record-setting 32 Grammy Awards, Beyoncé's music career is unparalleled. But in a recent interview with Essence magazine, the iconic artist opened up about a deeply personal story: the heartbreak of losing her hair after becoming a mom and how it reshaped her journey. Beyoncé Giselle, born the 4th of September 1981, isn't just a singer, but she is an icon. Known as Queen Bey by her fans, she is the top name on the list of cultural icons of the 21st century. Besides, her career of endless success in the music industry is unequaled. Often classified for her vocal ability and powerful stage presence, Rolling Stone tabled her among the top vocalists of all time. This superstar artist has set up the record with 200 million records sold worldwide and has become one of the best-selling music artists of all time and respectfully earned 32 Grammys, among tons of other honor awards. While one word can create a larger-than-life persona, her personal story of hair transformation after becoming a mom showed through her recent interview with Essence magazine when she shared her heartbreak of losing her shorter hair. Beyoncé managed to become a full-fledged star in the late 1990s, together with Destiny's Child, which was one of the most successful R&B girl groups ever created. Yabo's break promotes the kickoff of her solo career's history with the debut album Dangerously in Love in 2003, among many other career accomplishments which were marked by several high-chart albums such as B-Day in 2006, I Am, Sasha Fierce in 2008, and 4 in 2011, Beyoncé also decided to develop one more management company called Parkwood Entertainment. She experimented with the visual albums, which were the visual expression of her critically acclaimed Beyoncé in 2013 and Lemonade in 2016, focusing on topics like feminism and womanist movements. She successfully released Renaissance in 2022, which was influenced by the Renaissance period and Black queer art, and will follow it up with Cowboy Carter in 2024, her upcoming country album. This amazing history, plus her uncountable greatest hits that include Crazy in Love, Single Ladies, Put a Ring on It, and Break My Soul, have made Beyoncé a legend whose words should be talked about. Beyoncé has always been an icon. From Destiny's Child onward, her album has reigned with the charm of the world through her music, talent, and impeccable style. However, the glamour and the glitz stand as the background to her hair story, which has been connected to her being, her life changes, and the lessons through these changes. Nevertheless, in a rare, unabashed interview with Essence magazine, Beyoncé talks candidly about her hair story and emotionally expresses how she felt when she took the decision of cutting her hair after motherhood. The cover showed Beyoncé alongside her mom, Tina Knowles, and her daughters Blue Ivy and Rumi, with her haircut appearing the way it was before the chop. In the interview, Beyoncé talked about the new haircare line, Cécred, that is set to launch on February 20th, and her new approach with her own long hair, growing up in her mother's hair salon. Beyoncé's connection with hair began even before she was the famous singer in her mother's salon. Tina Knowles was a hairdresser, and young Beyoncé often spent time in the salon, learning not just about hair, but about the community it fostered. I used to work in her salon, sweeping the floors and helping out where I could, Beyoncé recalled. It was more than just a hair appointment, it was therapy. The ladies who frequented my mother's salon narrated their tales, problems, and hopes during the times I used to spend some time looking at their stunning makeup. It was an intimate place where there was no need for a mask, and I was, consequently, absorbing all that atmosphere. She learned that it's not only about a hairstyle, but about individuality and communicating better. Beyoncé made the news in 2013 for her sudden change of style, when she shaved off her long blonde hair into a short pixie cut. By the end of the year following her being a first-time mother, she announced a newly painted image with the birth of her baby Carrie, Blue Ivy. In an interview, Beyoncé used her memory to recap the moment when everything started to change in her life. You know, one day, I just pulled out all the bars and clips and the scissors, and that hair was a million pieces on the floor when I cut it all off. It wasn't because of looking beautiful, but it was a big emotional change and metamorphosis what I was doing. She said that a majority of being a performer is harping her identity upon hair that flows within the guidelines of the society. Looking back, something about the dwindling of motherhood had drawn me into a desperation to discard all those old ones, she said. The corset was the embodiment of my discarding, the imposed expectations, This is how I understood the moment. Nothing else mattered anymore except getting it off. My pretty hairstylist and beloved friend, Neil Faraya, totally flipped out because my hair was really long, very thick, and in a wonderful condition. I was at it again. I just got the scissors, cut, and went until I blocked my vision. It was very intentional. Yet, it seems that it is what I myself ought to do, a newfound bravery. The cut of that hair was the tip of the iceberg, a decision that, according to Beyoncé, marked the start of a new era of rediscovering her bold and daring qualities that would impact the next verse of her life, writing the new pages of her destiny. Then, I jumped onto a higher level, as she emphatically said. That was the first step in many apparently reckless decisions that had preceded my personal and career development to who I am today. The split was a shock for me, who had closely seen my self-dependence on long hair. But it was also a truly self-discovery and a general experience of being empowered. The hair legacy. Beyoncé's journey of hair is equally about family heritage. In the Danielle interview, she delved deeper into how her mother, Tina Knowles, had long shaped her point of view on hair and beauty. Apart from being a business, the salon was a haven, creating a new community where a woman came to feel stronger and revitalized. I didn't believe it was happening, but next thing, I saw her just shampooing and trimming hair. Beyoncé's voice said, I saw her turning women to confidence and feel good about themselves. At first, it didn't seem like just an appointment at the hair salon. It was almost therapy session. Beyoncé, on the time spent in her mom's salon years later. The hair salon played a significant part in Beyoncé's realization that one's hair is much more than a physical appearance element and acts more like a confidence booster. Partnering with her mother for the launch of Cécred in 2020, Beyoncé has been embracing her roots through this new brand, along with some lessons she learned from her mother. First name is Cécred, a play on words regarding both her own name and the cool and relaxing vibe she has been brought to by her parents. The line is scheduled to hit store shelves on February 20th, focusing on products that carry the element of individuality and stand for self-expression, reflecting on hair and identity. During the interview, Beyoncé also emphasized the significance of hair versus identity and of some hairstyles which signify particular instances in one's life. Fresh hair for me is a way of reminiscing about those special moments in my life. Even the most simple look, a top knot, instantly takes me back to my university days, or a haircut can remind me of my first job. This transition was to me that very short hair moment when I quit wearing it old and I started to carry myself differently, being both an experienced mother and a performer. It was a symbolic act which manifested transformation in me as a performer and as a mother. Beyoncé's hair story is, in fact, a perfect image of the extent of personal freedom and the strength to accept the gaining truths. Having learned important lessons from her mother, while trying to materialize Cécred, she does this with a heightened consciousness of working toward an ideal self she has now internalized. Perhaps it is a daring pixie cut, or an extension of a long hair. The story of Beyoncé's hair and her persona journeys parallel, symbolizing the continuation of a journey of self-discovery that gets a positive response from her fans. And with that, our video comes to end. Don't forget to subscribe.